Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to Stepiphenie's Wake. I'm Steph, and this is a timeless reading for the sign of Pisces. But if you find yourself here because of the image or title, I believe there are messages for you too. On this channel, we honor three things above all else. 1. Nothing is coincidence. Everything that happens in the reading is part of the reading. 2. Energy is wild. I will deliver the messages I get, and no topic is off limits. And 3. Love always wins. I am here to change the world one conversation at a time, and my main aim is to move whoever is watching forward in a positive direction for the highest good of all. If the energies or roles I am speaking about are reversed in your story, feel free to flip them for yourself as necessary to suit your situation. Don't force the reading to fit. If the story isn't yours, don't make it so unless that's how you intend for your life to go. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment if this resonates with you. If you feel aligned with my vibe and ever-growing tribe, I invite you to subscribe, and I send a huge thank you to all that do. Additional information and details to connect with me for a personal reading or to donate to the channel are in the description box below. So, Pisces, let's get into your channeled messages. Title of your reading is Watch Where You're Going. But I don't get it in the sense that someone's like, watch where you're going. I think it's more of like, you are going to be so surprised at yourself when you see where you're going. As soon as I heard the title, I saw an image, like a cartoon image of eyes, but almost, binoculars when you can see the eyes all the way through. So something or someone is watching you very, very closely. Um, it's kind of like it's from your guide's point of view with big changes coming or you being on your way towards something. The other idea I got from that, or the other kind of message, was that you're going to need binoculars next time you look back, because you're going to have come so far. And then I heard Pisces full moon, or by the full moon in Pisces, which is really not that far away. It's September 7th, and I'm recording this on August 20th. So really not that far away at all, but you are going to see something completely shift in you, something that is so unlike where you're at right now. And I do know that the full moon in Pisces is going to be a total lunar eclipse. And the last time that happened was September 17th of last year. So again, be very, very mindful of what is happening by this full moon. I think it's at 11:09 in the morning. That's when it peaks. Things about eclipses that are kind of important. You know, we always joke about entering eclipse season because eclipse season is no joke. But eclipses generally emphasize introspection, spirituality, releasing limiting emotional patterns, and they encourage greater faith and creativity. They not hypothetically, but we like to think astrologetically, is that a word? Astrologetically speaking, they bring awareness to delicate balance of independence and connection, and they highlight codependent relationships. After that, I heard the song Total Eclipse of a Heart, which is very, very fitting, but I heard the line turn around every now and then. I get a little bit lonely and something. I don't know the song that well, but I do know that the song was released by Bonnie Tyler in 1983. The date February 11th of 1983 might be your birthday, or February 11th in general. And after that, I got an image of a gorilla. And I just spoke about Jane Goodall going to live with her monkeys or gorillas. I forget which one it is. But in the Age of Aquarius reading, just the one I did right before this, so it might be important to you. But gorillas represent strength, protection, leadership, compassion, wisdom, and community. They also are symbols of altruism. So there's something about forever is going to start tonight. Forever is going to start tonight. Um, let's see how those messages come into play. So we're going to use a series of tools and things I've created to move forward in your reading. The dice give me an overall theme. The number 14, authority, and we're going to do 5 shuffles. Authority, individual structure. When you make the rules, it's up to you to adhere to them. At this time, I'm going to call in my guides, angels, ancestors of the highest white light. I ask that you assist me in receiving the messages for this Pisces collective and all who are watching. Archangel Michael, I call you in and I ask that you protect me from those that intend to wish me harm and cloud my judgment or connection to the divine as I receive these messages. And then for everyone watching, I invite you to welcome in people, entities, beings, energies that you work with that can assist me in moving you forward and gaining the wisdom, clarity, understanding, and messages that I need to in order to convey to you the most important things for you to do or to be aware of. Two more. Take a deep breath. I just got a nudge to do that. Take a deep breath. All right. Ooh, that one didn't want to go. Okay. What's powering the situation? We're going to do my spread. What's powering, what's changing, what's blocking, what's coming to light, what's coming to balance, and we're going to clarify with some images after. What's powering this situation? What's powering this for Pisces? Wow. Soul and envy. The Nine of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Sometimes you have to risk it all for a vision only you can see. Only you. People don't need to understand it, but they do need to respect it. What's changing? Reckless. And cycle. Yeah, I feel like someone's trying to deter you. Somebody is coming at this in a logical approach. But Pisces, this is your energy. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're just following the cycle that you're on. You have an intuitive to-do list and you're just crossing it off. What's blocking the situation? What's blocking the situation for Pisces? Courage. Afraid to move forward because it shakes the foundations that you've built. Good, they're meant to be. Again, you are not going to recognize yourself by the time you get where you need to go. You're going to need binoculars to look backwards. What's coming to light? What's coming to light? False, with morbid on the bottom. The Nine of Swords. You're worrying for nothing. I feel like right now enough things have gone wrong, enough things are not going the way that they're supposed to, where you're afraid if you make any move in any other direction that it's going to get even worse, when that's exactly the opposite. All of these things are going wrong where you are to get you to do something different. Let's come into balance. Let's come into balance for Pisces. Fate with opportunity at the end. So in my deck, I separate fate and destiny. Destiny is what happens when you're constantly challenging yourself and moving towards, the divine perspective that the perspective that the divine has for you, all that you could be, your potential maximized. It's by choosing, virtue over vice and by taking risks when you feel that you've outgrown certain places, as opposed to fate, where you choose to become comfortable. You choose to get to a certain point. It's like, to me, I always use the idea of a state job, and nothing to hate on state jobs. My dad was a state worker. He, has the retirement plan that he's been waiting for, but he got into this groove. He did it for 35 years. He retired, and that was what he did. He never challenged himself. He dealt with a lot of BS that he shouldn't have had to, but he did. That was his fate. He chose comfort over challenge because he had responsibilities that required that. He had a family, he had a wife, he had a house, he had, all of those things that required him to have this stable life. It's just a choice. And maybe that was part of his destiny. His destiny was to put 3 kids through college, to be that person. But what's coming to balance is you realizing the difference between your fate and your destiny. You realizing the difference between what your soul is here to do and what your being is doing. What deck? I'm my gold tarot. Okay. I love this deck so much. All right. 3 shuffles. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. There's something that you know for you, your inner magic, that you need to do. Hop on it. Individual structure. It's my life. I'm hearing, I don't even like this song, but Bon Jovi. It's my life. It's now or never. Magic. There's your magic. All right, clarify soul for me. What's powering this situation? Oh, foresight and being held up. Hanged man. I'm getting this image of somebody daydreaming at work. Daydreaming, imagining, planning, plotting. The world is your oyster. And that's different because he's in the world, right? He's already on a world, but he's holding a world in his hand. We are creating and molding our own worlds at all times. Yes, we are in this world, we are of this world, but we still have the power to create and live in the world that we create. I'm not saying to be, omissive, or is that omissive or ignorant to the things that are going on in this world. But you have a set of skills and you are a very dreamy kind of sign. Wish fulfillment. What wishes do you want to come true? Identify them so you can work backwards. Or so that you can realize all of the things you're doing that aren't contributing to that. And if we can indeed make our own world, why wouldn't you pour into that? That's your destiny, not your fate. Risk. Risk is what assists in destiny. Safety is what contributes to fate. Clarify what's changing. Reckless. Wow. The Nine of Swords. Stressing. Two of Swords. A lot of thoughts, a lot of being in your own head. A lot. I get somebody who's like, oh, I'm so, they don't want to get out of bed to go to work. They don't want to get out of bed. Why am I doing this? I don't want to. It's so stressful. All the stresses, all the burdens. But they can't see themselves doing anything else. Everything else is scary. They've chosen safety. You've chosen safety. Somebody's chosen safety. Free will by choice. What's blocking this situation? Courage or lack thereof. What's blocking the situation? That wanted to come up, but didn't. Ooh, that was kind of forced. Give me one card or two. All right, see those pop right out. Yeah, like I said before, it's almost like so many things are going wrong. You're afraid that, if I make a move, if I do something different, it's going to be one more thing that goes wrong. It'll be the end of you. But in reality, that's what starts to flip the scale back. Making a choice for you and your soul is what starts to tip it back. Investing in this courage is what's going to prevent the Nine of Swords from going to the Ten of Swords. It's you choosing to end something instead of the Universe Tower card needing to end it for you. It's coming to light. Tell me it's coming to light. False. Clarify false. It's coming to light for Pisces. Your idea is a good one. You have people that will support you in building this. You just need to start speaking about it. Don't give away too much. Don't say too much. But this is a good idea. This is something that can grow, that can flourish. It's not a bad idea, but you need to talk about it. You need to dream about it. You need to journal, write, imagine. What does it look like? How can you get there? What's coming to balance? Fate. Oh! You block yourself from your fate and you do end up with your wish fulfillment. That's awesome because this nine here, this is the Nine of Cups. You started with the Nine of Cups. You started with not really knowing what it is that you wanted, of knowing what your wish is, but not knowing how you're going to get there. And you end up by blocking this fate and getting exactly what it is that you want. Self-satisfaction, success. This is my smug MFer card, my smug mother effer card. Look at him. Yeah, I did that. You seen what I did? And it comes from you taking the courage to speak about this, because by speaking about whatever this dream is, again, don't give away too much because haters will hate and energy is wild. It can easily kind of mess with your end goal. But start to imagine how this can move forward. Identify clearly what it is your soul wants, what it is your wish is. Identify the end goal, and then you can work backwards. And again, I can't stress this enough. All of the things that you're pouring into that take away from this are a waste of your energy. And it's time to get to work and using your energy in a positive way, a constructive way. The things that are, you know, choosing growth over comfort. Blocking this fate. You are going to block the idea of fate for yourself so that you can get what is your entire wish fulfillment. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Good for you. I can't wait to hear about it. Pisces, until next time. This one's really short, but I think we got it. We start with the Nine of Cups, we end with the Nine of Cups. You're going to get what you're going for, and that's your energy. May all your wishes come true. Till next time.